What's up, my fellow Cobras, and welcome to the Joe Cobra channel. I hope you're all doing great. This is going to be a retrospective review of Goldeneye 007, a 1997 first-person shooter developed by Rare and published by Nintendo for the Nintendo 64. The game is based on the 1995 James Bond film Goldeneye. It features multiplayer and a single-player campaign. Goldeneye lets you control secret agent James Bond through a series of levels to prevent a criminal syndicate from using a satellite weapon against London to cause a global financial meltdown. And as always guys, for those of you who are new to my channel, then please make sure to hit the little subscribe button in the bottom right hand corner of this video, and make sure to give the video a thumbs up after watching. This all really does help the channel. So Goldeneye probably needs no introduction, especially if you were gaming through the late 1990s. It's no exaggeration to say that Goldeneye 007 was a game changer. By the mid-1990s, games based on movies had developed a disastrous reputation, but Goldeneye would soon change this. This amazing game actually helped to put Nintendo's N64 console on the map in many ways. Almost overnight, everyone was raving about how awesome this new Bond game was, prompting many gamers to run out and buy their very own console after experiencing the game. Now in hindsight, the game certainly appears to be rather blocky and dated, but that initial appeal is definitely still there, and it's still a hell of a lot of fun to play. For many gamers at the time, this would have been the first FPS game that really took hold of their imagination and turned them into fans of future FPS titles, and the same would apply for the game's excellent split-screen multiplayer battles. Up until the time of Goldeneye, first-person shooters were typically just Doom-style gory shooters where the goal was pretty much always the same. Goldeneye introduced the concept of fulfilling objectives into the mix, which forever altered the way people would see FPSs from there on out. For those of you unfamiliar with the story, I recommend that you just watch the movie. The game more or less perfectly mirrors the film in every way, shape and form, unlike a lot of other games of its time where the game was nothing like its movie counterpart. Goldeneye was the opposite and recreated some of the sets from the movie perfectly, giving you the feeling of being Bond and playing through the actual movie. Right away, most people would notice the blockiness of the character models with their flat faces and misshapen heads, but don't let this deter you from an otherwise brilliant game. Additionally, the levels are all very well designed, each one with its own unique characteristics, as well as some great hit detection, gameplay mechanics and an awesome soundtrack, making it a joy to play in both single player as well as the multiplayer. Aside from trying to unlock the various cheats, completing objectives for each level and unlocking past Bond film characters, after completing the story mode, most people including me ended up spending countless hours in the multiplayer matches. Few games at the time could match the level of fun and excitement that Goldeneye gave us with its brilliant multiplayer options. It really was a breath of fresh air at the time. With just a few friends and some extra controllers, you could literally spend tons of hours engaged in battle. And because it was possible to customize your multiplayer games with different characters, levels, cheats and weapons, there was always something to keep the matches feeling fresh and exciting. But it wasn't just the gameplay that stayed true to the film. So too was the excellent soundtrack and sounds that accompanied the game. From the excellent versions of the Bond theme to the actual sounds from the film, it all helped make Goldeneye the legendary game it is today. Overall, Goldeneye 007 went on to sell more than 8 million units worldwide, making it the third best-selling Nintendo 64 game behind Super Mario 64 and Mario Kart 64. In the end, it would go on to make a stunning 250,000 worldwide, making it one of the most successful and best-loved games of the 1990s. And for us fans of the original game, developers Rare have actually confirmed that there will be a Goldeneye remake coming sometime later this year, which is great news for fans of the original, and I myself can't wait to see what they do with the game, and can't wait to replay it in all its next-gen glory. And even more good news is that Microsoft owns developers Rare, so we are very likely going to see it on the brilliant Game Pass. So for those players who have never played it, this will be the perfect time to experience this legendary game. So as far as retro games go, Goldeneye is right up there at the top, particularly if we're talking about exploring what the N64 had to offer. Despite its age, it's still one of the most satisfying shooters ever created. Likewise, if you have a console, the game and 2 to 4 controllers, you're sure to have a great time with it even today. These days, with all the high-tech shooters on the market with their amazing HD graphics, it's easy to overlook a game like Goldeneye. But if you actually take the time to see what it has to offer, you'll discover a charming title that's stuffed with content as well as all sorts of addictive and rewarding gameplay that gamers crave. I hope you guys have enjoyed my retrospective review of Goldeneye 007. Have you guys played it? And what are your memories of this great game if you have? Leave your comments down below. Make sure to hit the subscribe button in the bottom right hand corner of this video. Give the video a thumbs up and hit the bell button so you are notified anytime I post a new video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all on the next Joe Cobra video. Bye bye.